Hello, y'all. How you doing? Welcome if you're new to the channel, and welcome back if you love me. I love you too. So we are here as per usual, right? Spirit guides me. And I've been so excited because it's been more often. Like, it's just been more often. I fucking love it. So we've got Harrow. We've got AstroDice. We're definitely getting into Pineapple Charming. And I've got a few different decks out here. One of them is the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So if you are not adult enough for adult images, here's your first warning. Okay, there will be adult images on the cards. I'm also using a Garbage Pail Kids Tarot. The cards are gross. Okay, they're gross. So if you don't have a stomach for gross cards, given they're cartoony, but still, I'm giving you fair warning. Okay, so starting with Pineapple Charming. Now, those of you not familiar with Pineapple Charming, Charming is filled with over 1,000 pineapples. Okay, I mean, over 1,000 pineapples, over 1,000 charms. That's what I get for trying to write timestamps while I'm talking. All right, Pineapple Charming is filled with over 1,000 charms. Okay, I know that listening to tarot on different social media can be quite addictive, and it's not necessarily healthy. So I really only want you to take readings that resonate with you, and not force them to fit, right? Because if it's not your message, it's not your message, and that's okay. Another message might be for you later on. This one might be for someone else. But if it is for you, I don't want you to miss it, right? If it is for you, I don't want you to miss it. And if it's not for you, I want you to leave it. So Pineapple Charming is synchronicity charms. If one or more of the charms make sense to you, chances are part of the message, if not the whole message, is something in there for you. Okay, whether, like I said, it's the whole message or just a piece of it, I might say one thing that clicks with you, and that's why you were meant to receive the message. Okay, so take them as they resonate. Let's get into it. Hey, hello, my beautiful diamonds. Hello, my divine rebel diamonds. Lori, Rita, Kristen, how y'all doing? I love y'all so much. Let's see what's coming out here. What kind of synchronicities we have. Oh, Spirit's pulling a lot out. Holy shit. Mercury just went retrograde today. What do y'all need to know? Also, guys, if it is not your message, please hold space for the people that it is for, while you enjoy some popcorn or something, because they can get spicy. These readings can get spicy. And if you would ever like your own personal charm added to Pineapple Charming, because I do have one person that added their own charm in there, and it's come out for them at least twice since they've put it in there. If you would like your own charm, your personal charm inside of Pineapple Charming, so that you know if I pull that charm, beyond a doubt, it is your reading. There is something in there that Spirit is like saying, hey, you really need to listen to this. You can send me a charm to add into Pineapple Charming. Okay. Just shoot me an email. My email's in the description. I'll send you a P.O. box and you can mail me your charm. All I ask is that it is 1 inch or smaller. Oh, yeah, I've had major revelations too. It's so wild. I was overcome with weird emotions today. Like in the middle of fucking work. It was so bizarre. It was so bizarre. And I was just like, all right. So we're just going to feel through this at my workstation, I guess. All right. My friend looks over at me and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. My eye is burning. I don't even know what the fuck it's doing. Anywho, we've got our first charm. It is a 4-leaf clover. Okay. 4-leaf clover. We've also got sage. So you may be burning it right now. Your name could be Sage. Okay. So we've got Sage and different smudges, I guess, would also work. We've got our water bottle charm. So you may be drinking and you may have your own water bottle, right? It might be your thing. Not everybody does that. So you may be trying to drink more water lately or have one that's similar to this. Okay. We've also got mortar and pestle. So you may be doing something recently with herbs, whether you're cooking in the kitchen or, you know, crafting little intention things and stuff like that. So mortar and pestle. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. We also have my mirror charm. So you may know that you are in a mirror with someone, or you legit have a cute little handheld mirror like that. But you might know that someone is your mirror. Okay. We also have the crescent moon. Maybe significant to when you were born, if you were born during a crescent moon. We've also got a full moon with a cat. So lots of moon synchronicities. You may have seen a cat up a tree lately, only because the specific one is sitting on a branch. We've got the world. We've got a globe charm. So you may be traveling right now. You might not be where you are originally from, or may have just planned a trip or are planning a trip. We've also got Saturn. Hey, Christina, how you doing? We also have a Christmas tree with lots of star ornaments. Now, I know it's the holiday and people have their trees up, but if you specifically have stars as ornaments, that might be crazy specific for someone. I've also got 2 reindeer, and it looks like a baby reindeer and a parent reindeer. I've got 2. There's the big one and the little one. Okay. So double deers. They might be your lawn ornaments. You might have caught them today. You might have seen them in your backyard. You might have seen them driving. We've also got interesting. We've got the haunted house charm. That's my haunted house charm. That's what you hit. Oh, Christina. Oh my God. Hey, Lala, how are you? Oh, fucking awesome. Christina, I hope you're all right. Jeez. Oh, I'm glad you're here. That's just scary as hell. I'm always good when I'm live, Lala. I am. I'm always good when I'm live. We've also got the Lovers card. So Gemini could be for you if you got strong, significant Gemini placements, or if you are involved with one. It is the Lovers card. So this may involve a significant other or soul contract of some kind. All right. Now I have got 3 of my little micro playing cards. I've got the 4 of spades, the Jack of diamonds, and the 9 of hearts. The tarot equivalents are the Four of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. So you may be in a resting phase right now. Something may be slow developing towards a wish fulfillment. You might be feeling it coming. You might have even had dreams about it or have meditated on it. You might be feeling rather cautious about it or having some kind of, it feels kind of like anxiety. Okay. That maybe there's a pause in caution because there's some anxiousness because it is a wish fulfillment. And knights are communications. So you may be feeling that way as of recent, a little anxious because you know that you want to communicate something, or someone does, right? Because it is a wish fulfillment, but they're kind of resting on it. They're not actually taking action on it. They're aware of what the wish is, but that's about as far as it goes. All right. Now, I've got one zodiac bead, and it's Virgo. Okay, so we've got Gemini in the Lover's card. We've got Virgo in the zodiac beads. So Mercury fucking retrograde, right? Both Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is currently in Capricorn. You could be a Capricorn. You could also have Mercury in one of those three signs, regardless of your sun sign. You may also have big three placements, right? Sun, moon, rising. You could have a Jupiter placement in one of those signs. Okay. Now, letters. The letters are color coded. It is specifically for people who need it that specific. Don't get hung up on the colors. If you know the letters, they stand out to you, resonate to you, then the letters stand out to you and resonate to you. Some people like to play bullshit with spirit, and spirit calls them out. So for those who need it that kind of specific, that's why they're color coded. Pink is for girls, blue is for boys. It doesn't matter to me what you resonate as. It just needs to make sense to you. Okay. White is for masculine, that is strong yang energy. Black is yin, that's strong feminine energy. Okay, masculine and feminine dominant. So we have white X and white E. So we could literally be dealing with an X who is a masculine. Okay, an X who is masculine dominant. Doesn't mean they were masculine dominant in your connection. They might be masculine dominant right now if they are in another connection. Okay. But this is definitely an X. Okay. We've also got blue, F-U-C. We're just a K short, aren't we? You might have an X that is literally saying fuck. Fuck. All right. They could be initials. They could be related to places that you live. They could be abbreviations for other things. We also got UFC, right? So someone could literally be a wrestler or a boxer or something like that. They might do like hardcore sports. Cage fights, right? They could do whatever the fuck it is, right? They could be aggressive in general and or love watching UFC. What else do we have here? I can't stop saying the word fuck. I'm so awful. So names could be like Ulysses with the U. We've got Frank, Fred, different names that could be begin with F, Fernando, even C, Christopher, Christian, Casey. anything that could begin with a C, like boy names, right? Really all masculine energy. Can have Xavier, Edward, Eric, Charles. Last names, Ford, right? Something like that. I've got FX here, so someone could work with special effects. I've also got Q here, QUE, so they might be really good at pool, or you might have a memory with pool. It might be their cue, right? It's their fucking turn to step up. I'm also just getting UK, England in general. I just heard the word Sussex. That might be super specific for someone. Okay. Letters aside. Let's get into the message. Yeah, coffer cufflinks. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Mecklin, how are you doing? I love y'all so much. All right, so we're going to start with the Harrow. Oh, you know what? We're going to do AstroDice. We're going to roll the AstroDice first. Let me timestamp this for our AstroDice. Then we'll get right into the Harrow. Neptune, Capricorn, 8th house. Neptune, Capricorn is a fucking generation, yo. See if my camera will fucking focus. There we go. Okay. Neptune, Capricorn, 8th house. Ooh, 8 degrees Capricorn is literally, if it's like not the 8th house, if it's 8 degrees Capricorn, that's literally where Mercury is going retrograde right now. Make sure you double check your chart for any 8-degree placements, especially if they're in Capricorn, because Mercury's going retrograde on your shit right now. Neptune in Capricorn. That is literally doing as you're guided, right? Neptune is the divine. It is our connection with the divine. It is the link between our unconscious and subconscious self. It is how we get downloads, right? Neptune is how we get our downloads. It's also our fear state, right? When we take actions from fear state, and we take actions because we're guided. So Neptune in Capricorn, that entire generation is mastering that, right? Doing as we're guided instead of acting from fear. In the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio and the 8th house is all about magic, the occult, legacy, sex magic, which is interesting because I was literally guided to the Tarot of Sexual Magic, right? That's one of the decks we're using today. It has a lot to do with your legacy and how you are remembered, what you leave behind, and potentially income that you receive from other people, right? Inheritance and things like that. It also is a house of children. Okay. The 8th house and the 5th house are the 2 houses that are really linked to our children. So keep that in mind. Capricorn is also ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is in Pisces right now, which is Neptune's ruler. Okay. So if you have any significant placements in the first decan of Pisces, especially if there's something around like 8 degrees, because Saturn's on its way there. That might be significant for you because you would be getting a sextile from the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn right now. We also have Pluto in sextile to Neptune. Okay, Pluto in Capricorn is in sextile to Neptune as of right now. Okay. This might be real specific if you have Capricorn, Pisces, Pluto, Saturn, or Neptune in your 8th house. All right. Yeah, if you want to max out your legacy, I'll say this. If you want to max out your legacy, you really have to do as you're guided and be in touch with your intuition. So if we're talking about exes, we're talking about communication slow coming in, we're talking about potentially children being involved, right? Because we have the 2 deers, right? The bigger deer and the smaller deer. If you lover's mirror, right? If there's some kind of communication that you're being pinged to, Neptune, you're being pinged to it, you're being asked to act on it, because regardless of the outcome of the communication itself is still meant to be had. So Neptune is also about surrender. So you have to kind of surrender the result and trust the guided action, right? Trusting that guided action if you have Neptune in Capricorn. It doesn't matter what the result is. Maybe they tell you to go fuck yourself. Maybe you all end up working it out. You know what I mean? Maybe you end up being friends. Maybe you end up whatever. But you still have to take the action, right? Or you wouldn't be guided to it. So, AstroDice. All right. Hey, Nuance Lunacy, how are you? Nice to have you. Wonderful to have you. I will remember, because I can't actually tell if it let me, if you were Pineapple Patron or Divine Rebel Diamond. I will find out, because if you're a Divine Rebel now, then we're going to add you to this list. All right. Harrow cards we go. So let's see. Yeah, it's wonderful to have you. All right. So Spirit, please. What's going on? What is going on that we would have these charms and these dice and be guided here today? Ooh. I'm going to put this bitch back in. But the mute hag was flipped upside down inside the deck. She's going right the fuck back in. She's a bitch. I'm not dealing with her unless she flies out. So let's see. What's going on, Spirit? For those of you not familiar with Harrow, they are actually Dungeons and Dragons D&D cards, but they work exceptionally well in real life divinations. So let's see. Really, it's been coming out. We've got the marriage, the owl, and can y'all guess it? Can y'all guess it? Let's see how good your psychic abilities are. We got the marriage, the owl, and dun, 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 the twin. The twin. It's been making its appearance this week, and we did get the mirror card. So why are we not surprised? Why are we not surprised? Bottom of the deck. Whew. Back out again this week. The sickness. Yeah. And the uprising. So close. You were going to type the tower. It's close. We've got the uprising on top and the sickness on the bottom. All right. So the sickness being on the bottom is literally about someone being in a state of dis-ease. Okay. And it could be multiple people who are in misalignment, right? Multiple people who are in low vibration. But we are going to read the uprising because we haven't had that. We have not had that, not this week. So, the uprising is a chaotic neutral strength card. It represents being caught in the clutches of something more powerful than you. It is an overwhelming strength that often crushes what comes in contact with it. The crown held high signifies an overthrowing of a leader of some sort. In the spread, it indicates a force much stronger than the person receiving the reading. Oh, man. That sounds like the universe to me. That sounds like the universe is overthrowing somebody. Especially if they're in their low energy, right? Because the sickness, we were talking about that. It can indicate corruption of a soul or a multitude of souls, representing disease, plague, unease, right? Low aligned energy. So that being the top and bottom, I think if someone's in low energy and they've reached the end point of wherever they're at, right, in their journey, right, because sometimes we misalign ourselves and we take detours away from our highest good path. I think they've detoured into the dead end with this, which means if they're at a dead end and there's nowhere else for them to go, then spirit literally kind of has to whip them back on path, which up and rising is really wonderful synchronistic words. It's only up from here, right? They're going to be rising, but it's overwhelming strength that also crushes, right? So it's a crushing type of removal, right, in order to relocate. And we're in retrograde, right? Retrograde. So it's like re-evaluating, refiguring things out. So I feel this revisiting. I think that with this, spirit's dethroning someone. And what's crazy is, look at this shit. The uprising, they're holding the pitchfork, right, with the crown. And the pitchfork looks like Neptune's symbol. Neptune in its shadow can be delusion, right? Someone's la-la land. So if someone was in the middle of some la-la land fantasy, they're probably in the middle of some crazy upheaval, and the veil of their illusion is crashing down, and they're seeing the reality of what is going on, right? Especially now that Neptune's direct. Oh my God, the clarity. Someone may be getting a fuck ton of clarity, and their delusion is crashing. Right? Their fantasy, their delusional fantasy is crashing, and they can't stay in there. They can't stay in that low energy. They can't detour anymore. Okay. So the marriage. Ooh, and these are both charisma cards, but they have crowns on them. That's the symbol for the suit of charisma. And I just thought that was really, really interesting. So let's see here. I'm going to read these for you. We've had the marriage quite a bit. We're going to read these cards, especially if y'all are new. All right. So the marriage is a lawful, neutral, aligned card. And it says the marriage can be a union of people, ideas, kingdoms, or distinct things. The progeny of the salamander and the water weird shows that a union might bring forth new power from both parties, or it might be a ruinous joining of that which should have never been united. Once wedded, the two cannot be parted. It is a card of permanent change. So this energy is a union, whether it is a union within the self or a union of two people, right? If we're talking about twin souls, once they're wed in soul, they cannot be parted. It doesn't matter what the fuck karmic relationship you get into. The twin souls they don't split, right? From each other's resonance, from each other's energy field. There's no actually separating them, no matter how far apart on this globe they are, right? It doesn't matter. they're always going to be energetically connected to each other. So that energy in and of itself is very present. So you may definitely, yeah. All out of left turns, yeah. Yeah, I think that with the retrograde might end up bringing a couple people back around. It obviously isn't going to be for everybody, but for those of you dealing with a counterpart and have probably been getting different synchronicities with them, and mind you, you might feel like you have multiple different twins, and sometimes we do. Some of them are light aligned, some of them are shadow aligned, some of them flip-flop, some of them move on and new twin souls come in because there's facets, kind of like looking through a kaleidoscope. It's all the same picture, but in a bunch of different pieces. So you may feel like one of your twin souls is coming back to you, even if some of you believe you have one, right? Some people feel like they have more than one. So the twin is neutral, and it signals duality of purpose or identity. This doppelganger can also mean indecision, as a person or group wavers between different options. It can also mean divided loyalties abound. The card makes a harrower wary, as it can also mean the entire spread has a hidden or reversed meaning. So you could take it as it resonates, but chances are there is a whole nother revelatory meaning to the spread that you will probably only understand in hindsight. Okay. So the twin. Doppelgangers. And we were talking about that too, because it's, and I've mentioned it because who I always considered to be my counterpart, someone that I work with right now, they literally have so much in common that it's scary, and they share the same exact voice, and they've got a distinct voice. No one else I've ever heard in my life sounds like them except them, to the point that even when my son heard this person speak, he was like, oh my God, they sound just like, and I was like, I know, right? Like the doppelganger shit is fucking crazy. The mirror is crazy. And when we talk about like a kaleidoscope, like fractals, right? The same image in different pieces, they show up, right? They show up. It's fucking weird. So we've also got the card between the two is the owl, and it is, of course, a wisdom card. So the owl, it's a neutral aligned card, and it represents the eternal wisdom of natural order. It is the harsh realism that causes a pack of wolves to cull the weak in the herd. It is tragic for the culled deer, but through such actions, the herd grows stronger. The needle the owl holds binds life together, but just as easily can pick that life apart. Okay. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. That's what this just said, right? It's talking about knowing the harsh realization, right? That the weak need to get discarded. You know what I mean? The weak are the ones that get picked off. So people in these crazy karmic cycles, right, or these toxic karmic cycles, they go after each other because they're in their weakest position. They're at their weakest energy field, where they are most commonly invaded by other people's energy, right? The weaker you are, the farther from sovereign you are. The stronger you are, the more sovereign you are, right? Other people can manipulate you, control you, take advantage of you, use you when you're easily manipulatable, right? When you're in your weak energy, when you're insecure, when you're vulnerable, when you have attachments to things instead of trusting the universe, right, that everything will be okay and it will work itself out in time, right? When we get worried and we cling to things and put value on very mundane things, people can use it against you as a weakness, right? They can exploit you, they can extort you, right? There's all kinds of things that people will do, especially when they're in this energy, right? The crows are under that. And the liar. And the lost is under that. God damn. God damn. The crows are a dangerous bunch who indicate violent taking of that which is loved. When the crows appear, it is shocking loss and theft. That's the card underneath the sickness, and we've got the uprising, and we've got the liar under this. That's not good. If someone's about to get reality checked, it's going to be fucking brutal. That's no mercy. Shocking loss, taking that which is loved. Oh, prayers to whoever this reading is for. That's the kind of crazy shit. Like if someone had kids with a karmic or some whatever, like that could be the realization that their karmic is cheating on them and moving out of the house and just left in the middle of the night up to go with someone else and took the kids and the dog. You know what I mean? And waking up and just the harsh realization that one, it's over. Everything you love is gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like that would be realistically how bad those cards could translate into real life. Okay. Damn. Damn. Give me some more insight, please, Spirit. Let's do the hand-drawn cards. I drew all of these. We're going to get some more insight into this. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Good to see you too. Thanks. Thanks. All right. All right, Spirit. Clarities, please. Hold space and send love and support, guys. People do not intentionally come into this life to get wounded and be hurt like this. Right? We all have free will choices. Sometimes we are misaligned because of those wounds that were not our fault, and we make the wrong choices and end up in horrible situations in order to heal and learn, and it is not pleasant. So whoever this is for or about, please send love and support their way. They're healing the hard way. They're healing the hard way. The Alchemist. Yeah, they're learning the hard way, all right. We got the book on the bottom. That's the Akashic record. And the chrysalis on top. Okay. Someone is going through the chrysalis phase. Now, the chrysalis, so that you guys understand the archetypal energy. When the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis phase, it literally gets dissolved and turned into complete fucking mush before it is put back together and emerges as the butterfly. Whoever is dealing with the uprising, whoever is in this sickness energy, they are literally being turned into absolute mush. They are dissolving into nothing and being completely reformed, okay? It's a part of their journey. The Akashic record, it's already been written. The choices have already been made, and so they're going to go through it. There is nothing that would actually get them out of what they're going through right now early. Okay? The choices were already made, and that wrote the story. You know, I don't know if you guys remember those Goosebump books, right? R.L. Stine. He wrote some where you could pick your own ending, right? You would read a couple pages and then decide, do you want to open the door or do you want to go down the stairs? You know what I mean? And you got to pick, and the pages were already written, right? So if you went down the stairs, you know, the dungeon was already written. If you opened the door, the room that you walked into was already written. It's just, what choice did you make, right, to get to what result? So someone made a choice and the pages were already written. So they're going through the chrysalis stage because whatever they chose, that's what was written. Okay, for making that choice. They saw, wow, this is what was underneath of that. The book card, it's the broken mind, but it's someone who sees the demon and registers them as an angel. Right? That's when we see someone's potential and we stop seeing exactly who the fuck they are in front of us. And the card that came out clarifying the owl was the demon. Look at the crown. Wow. Like, think about that. Someone crowned their shadow and now they're learning some serious fucking wisdom, right? That being in alignment with shadow makes you the weakest link. Makes you the weakest link. And now you're being overthrown, right? That spirit would be overthrowing you. You're being taken out of that and you being shown your weakness for what it is. Someone, right, is definitely in their shadow. They crowned their shadow. They married their demons, right? They married their demons. They're registering demons as angels and treating them like angels and then getting fucked over because they're demons, right? Shit. So the marriage came out with the alchemy set, which is like kind of hallelujah. Okay. Because the alchemy takes lead and turns it into gold, right? That is what the alchemy set does. It takes lead and turns it into gold. So whatever components were married to be toxic, right, that those components, right, would make up lead, it's going through the alchemy set, not very different from the caterpillar going through the chrysalis phase. It's going through a rework, right? It's going through a rework in order to become something better. And when we've got the twin out here, it got the pedestal with the diamond. So there's that golden energy inside the diamond being put on a pedestal. And so now, right, where they would have potentially seen the darkness in someone and ignored it, right, and treated them like they were an angel, even though they were literally just using them and abusing them the whole time. they're starting to go through that alchemy process, see it for what it really is, learn, and then value, right? Value things differently. This is a rewrite of the belief system through very, very difficult lessons. Okay. So let's get into the Sex Magic Tarot. Again, warning guys, there are adult images on these cards. This is an adult channel. If you cannot handle adult images, respectfully, it's probably your time to go. You can pop back in later, fast forward it in the replay if you don't want to look at nudie stuff. All right, but I mean, I literally come with a warning. Okay. I come with a warning. So Spirit, please. What is going on? What insight can you give us about the situation that is in our highest good to know and understand moving forward? What is in our highest good to know and understand moving forward? The Hierophant. The Nine of Chalices is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Hearts came out in the charms. The Queen of Swords. Be dealing with an air sign. We did have Gemini come out in the charms. And the Knight of Chalices. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Strong Taurian energy. Also Chiron energy. Knight of Chalices could be a water sign or a water Mercury. Yeah, someone learned a fucking Chiron lesson. The Hierophant came out with the Seven of Swords. That's a false belief system. Ten of Pentacles in reverse on the Nine of Cups. The Emperor. That's the masculine energy. And Temperance. Sagittarian energy is clarifying the Knight of Chalices. So they may literally want to come to and talk to someone with strong Sag energy. Especially because the Knight of Chalices is talking to the redhead, and the redhead is literally Temperance. Right, same figure on the cards. You don't have to have red hair, but, you know, you could. Yeah, the Hierophant is a belief system, guys. It's a creed. It's a perspective that we marry, right? Because the Hierophant can be marriage, and we do have the marriage card. That is what it's clarifying. It's a belief system. That belief system might be undergoing a change because it keeps resulting in trauma. It keeps resulting in loss. It keeps resulting in disease. It keeps resulting in major hits, right? Yeah, the Hierophant with the Seven of Swords. Someone is married to lying to the self, and it robs them, right? Their belief system robs them of their highest good. And so therefore the manifestation in the mirror, right? The little mirror charm that we got, the manifestation in the mirror results in loss, right? Theft, all that you love being taken from you. The Nine of Chalices, the wish fulfillment with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. That's the loss of family or home or finances or job. Like, that's a major loss. That's a loss of the manifestation, right? The final manifestation, that's like getting everything and then losing everything. That's literally like losing everything. And because they stay in their toxic energy or their low energy, Spirit keeps giving them the wish, everything they think they wanted, and then taking it away. The Queen of Swords with the Emperor card here. Right, definitely masculine energy. But it's the heart's truth, right? It's the Emperor knowing the truth in their heart. And they might feel as if they were under some toxic spell, because this figure here, the Queen of Swords, it looks like she's staring at a picture frame, but it very well could be a mirror, and she might have her own counterpart. That's not the same as the Emperor, right? They're two different figures. She's looking in her mirror and seeing the King of Swords, but she's with the Emperor. Right? And the Emperor's mirror is the Empress. And she's got a black candle down there. She's got this interesting pin cushion and a bell down there. I think she's manifesting the King of Swords. She might have been waiting for the King of Swords to level up. Like I said, could be dealing with air signs. And then we've got the Knight of Chalices with the Temperance card. And so this is a communication with the Alchemist, because Temperance is the Alchemist. That's what Sagittarius is. Sag is the Alchemist. So the communication, right, with that Jack of Diamonds that came out and the charms. Yeah, you might definitely need to communicate with somebody to help get you out of the belief system that you're in. Someone who could teach you a new way of thinking, right? They would be someone in your reality who is not like anybody else, who does not perceive the same as everybody else, who would give you different advice than everybody else. If 100 people would give you the same advice, give or take, this person would give you completely, radically different advice. And it would probably be the best aligned advice. Because Sag is also the prophet. They're the optimist. They're the house ruler of higher wisdom, right? Jupiter energy, very lucky energy, beneficial energy. They're big, right? Sagittarius has big energy. And they mentally expand, right? They rule the 9th house of mental expansion. So yeah, you might want to connect with someone who's got strong or significant Sag in their chart, whoever this reading is for. She's literally like, who, me? Like, you want to talk to me? Really? All right, let's sit down. Let me pour you, let me pour you a concoction. And it literally looks like this. Look at the flasks that she's holding. The 2 flasks that she's holding. Are real similar to alchemy sets, aren't they? Temperance is the Alchemist. We've got flamingo synchronicities in the background, so they may be quite a unique individual. Definitely unique individual. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords, more communication. And the Death card is on top. So that is that transformation, that chrysalis energy. I think, you know, if you do communicate, that you do have to come different. I think if you try and communicate and try and dominate the feminine energy with your masculine energy, I don't know if that'll work out that well. Yeah, you'll end up in the Hanged Man. So listen, if you're going to communicate with someone else, if this resonates with you and you're going to communicate with someone else, the best bet you can make is listen to your inner guidance system. Listen to that spiritual energy, right? The Hanged Man is Neptune, it's Pisces. Listen to your intuition. Do not come in with logic, reason, manipulation, or control. If you want to change your fate, Wheel of Fortune, then you really do have to take the first step and come in as someone more regal than a knight. You've got to come in like the Emperor. Otherwise, it's just going to be a fucking nightmare, and you're going to have to reinvent yourself all over again, right? You have to reinvent yourself all over again. And I feel like, and it's something that someone said to me once, because I used to be in sales, and they said, once you have them on the phone, you have a 50% chance of closing the sale. But once you hang up the phone, the sale chance drops to 10% at best. The best chance you have to sell someone on the phone is while you have them on the phone. Because once you hang up the phone, once they say, all right, well, I'll get back to you, or, you know, I'm busy, or I can't right now, or I don't agree with what it is, the chances of you selling them drop drastically. So if you're going to communicate with somebody, especially if you haven't communicated with them in a while and you just went through some seriously toxic shit, go clear your head and be out in nature first, or smudge yourself, right? We've got the fucking sage out here. Like, go cleanse. Go cleanse. We got 4-leaf clovers out here, like bare feet to earth. Cleanse, drink some water, right? Hydrate yourself. Call in your angels, call in spirit. Picture your highest good vision before you make that call. And let spirit guide your words from a vulnerable, loving, surrendered, right? Neptune, surrendered place, doing as you're guided. Trust and vulnerability. Right? Because once that person hangs up the phone, the chances of them answering are going to drop drastically. And you're going to have to try and make up ground, which is fucking horrendous. Right? Getting them to get back on the phone. So come correct, right? If you're going to communicate, come correct. Do not try and dominate. Do not try and dominate it, because you have a chance at a new beginning. If you come transformed, the Ace of Pentacles is under that. That's a brand new solid foundation. It's a brand new solid foundation. So if you're gonna communicate, do it correct. Okay. Make sure that you've accepted the unfurling of your wings as you break out the chrysalis, right? Insight into the owl with the demon energy, please. You're at a 0% with a Sag, yeah. Insight, please. Into the harsh reality, right? That our shadows do not serve us. Insight, please. Insight, please. The Knight of Wands in the back face. Yeah, this is lightning epiphanies about communication. Lightning epiphanies, right? What else does this look like? The World and the Star. Yeah, that's the masculine healing. I think that your demons are telling you that it's closed and that there's nothing you can do to heal. But your heart space is talking to your masculine, but please choose it though. You got shooting star energy, meteor shower energy. It's not closed. I think if you don't communicate, you're going to go around in an Ouroboros cycle. Because if you look at the world in the back face, the Ouroboros is there. And it's got the two candles, right? This is the front face of the card. That long-haired, red-headed woman, right? That's still on the Temperance card. You got to communicate with this person. Go. Yeah, this is a unique individual. I think you got to know, like, if you move forward, because the Death card, I'm noticing the same red-haired kind of lady. They've transformed. They're not the same person that you last spoke to. You can't talk to them the way you used to. You have no idea. Very Kali type energy. She's like, I'll eat your fucking demons for breakfast, right? Fucking eat your demons for breakfast. And she's holding a bow. She's got a scythe and she's got a small bow with arrows. I'm telling you. We've got an hourglass on here too. That's Saturn energy. Clarities on this, please. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Again, more Sag energy is on the Star card. You can heal and change your fate. It's not closed. The Chariot is clarifying the World card, so could also be Cancerian energy. Page of Cups is clarifying the Knight of Wands. There's an apology. You have to apologize. Someone has to apologize. Their demons won't let them. It's been a hard lesson, and if they don't, it's going to feel like elimination, right? That owl is like, you are the weakest link, goodbye, right? Harsh realization that you will be replaced. You will be taken out of the game. And this message has been coming up more adamantly as of recent, right? Where we were talking about like D&D, there's the players and then there's the NPCs. It's no different in video games, right? When you go into a shop in a video game, there's a person behind a counter. It has a drop-down menu. You can talk to them about specific things, right? When you become an NPC, that's what the shopkeeper in the video game is. They're an NPC. You're just a part of the game. You're not a player. You're in the background. You're not important. You don't level up. You don't anything. There's no growth. There's no change, right? Someone is at a breaking point where they are being forced to change or retire as an NPC. They have to communicate. They have to reopen something. They have to be able to move forward and heal, and it starts with an apology. That healing will change fate, and it's the Magician on the Wheel of Fortune in this face. So again, Gemini energy, Virgoian energy. Spirits got real specific with this reading, guys. Real specific. Yeah, the 8 of Cups, look at that, shooting star comet. Which is crazy because I was guided to add in the image that I did for the new moon in Sagittarius, the background, I actually added a comet to the background. I was guided to add the comet there. The 8 of Cups is knowing that the wish fulfillment, right, isn't far away, but it's the inner child that's unhappy in whatever the situation is. There's a final piece to the puzzle. On the reverse side of the deck, this is the 3 of Coins. This is the contract, right? We were talking about contracts. This is the final piece, and it's the masculine. Look at that. The triangle is upright. That's the masculine. Let me get... that single red rose. Where else did I see that? It's on Temperance's chest. She's got it on her chest. The red rose down here. Temperance has it. That's wild. Can't make this shit up. Look, Ace of Cups is under that. With the Sun card under that. Yeah, 10 of Cups is under that. 10 of Cups is under that. You're not rolling snake eyes anymore. But the communication has to happen. Yeah, bottom of the deck, double communication, double nights in a row. That sparks everything. Ace of Wands, High Priestess. Whoever the feminine is, whoever the temperance energy is, they already know this person's coming. They already know. The feminine, the Empress, the High Priestess. You're talking about someone highly intuitive. The feminine ain't the feminine for fucking nothing. All right, garbage pail kid time. Card's about to get gross. So let's see. We're clarifying the twin with the pedestal. Okay. What's going on, please, Spirit? What does this energy look like? What insight in our highest good is there for us to receive at this time? What is going on? What insight into the twin with the pedestal? What insight can you give us? Yeah. Yeah. The Ten of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. The Magician. We're getting repeat cards now, guys. That's triple ones. Right, 10, 10, and the Magician is 1. That's 1, 1, 1. And the Five of Cups. Clarities, please. Yeah, they were betrayed. The Ten of Swords with the Six of Cups, they were betrayed. Wheel of Fortune with the Page of Wands, they reinvented themselves. They changed their fate and reinvented themselves. They literally came out of the ground. I'm looking at the cards, right? Literally came up out the ground. That Ten of Swords, they got buried, right? Their past soulmate, whatever, you know, whoever the marriage was, they're married to their demons, right? They got buried. They had to resurrect themselves. Clarify the Magician. Yeah, they manifested the Ten of Cups. They got the Magician with the Ten of Cups. I got 3 tens out here now. Clarify the Five of Cups. The Three of Swords. Yeah, they crossed a bridge. They were heartbroken. Wow, talk about karma. Like, if the twin that shoulda, coulda, woulda been put on a pedestal was betrayed, and they reinvented themselves and moved forward. They manifested happiness, right, on their own. They crossed that bridge. They crossed that bridge. They let the karma, right, the Three of Cups floating away, they let it go. They crossed the bridge and let whatever third-party situation was transpiring, right, that hurt them, play out. They let it flow wherever it had to flow. And now I feel like in the mirror, whoever it was that treated the pedestal person like this, or the person who rather placed their twin on the pedestal, whoever they were, that they were treated like this, it's coming back around in the mirror. Like whoever it was that hurt the higher of the two is receiving the same feelings. King of Coins is on the bottom. The Sun is on top. I feel with the Sun card energy making itself known, I feel like this is revivable, like the dawn of a new day. I feel like it's revivable. I don't feel like it's beyond reviving. And for some of y'all, that may sound crazy, okay? And if you're not there in your mind, if you're not there in your heart that you could possibly even talk to your quote-unquote counterpart, because they're toxic as hell or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, that's where you are in the journey. That's fine. Whoever this message is for, truly, it's revivable. The twin souls cannot truly be separated. Their energy is always connected. They will try and detour and try and detour and try and detour with their wounds, but always end up being brought back to each other. Because they're actually meant to be with each other. And so if someone, like I said, went through some really traumatic losses and felt like they were robbed, right? We're talking about theft. We're talking about loss of everything they love, right? If one of the counterparts literally lost their other counterpart to a karmic or whatever, and their counterpart went off, and betrayed the shit out of them, right? Because they were in their shadows. They were dealing with their demons. They just hit a dead end with whatever detoured road they went down. And the universe is reverting them back to the book, right? Reverting them back to what their highest good story is. So I don't feel like it's beyond reviving. I feel like the communication definitely needs to be had. I feel like someone better come correct this time and not think they can come playing the same games that pushed them apart the first time. Like, it's going to require change. I mean, literally, we had the letters come out, X, fuck, right? Like, somebody's ex is literally saying, like, fuck, like they're getting fucked over. They're getting fucked over. Spirit can't get more specific than that. Wow. Wow. Let's get, I got 2 decks for guidance. I've got the Oracle of the Unicorns and Beyond Lemuria. I don't use these 2 decks often, but I was definitely guided to them, so I guess we'll see. All right. Spirit, please. What card above all others with those who need this guidance and divine time need right now with this message for the person watching the reading, right? Not guidance for the hypothetical other person that's not catching it, but the person watching the reading. What is the guidance, please? Magic. Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. We were talking about that with the 8th house. And if we go back to this lovely 4-leaf clover charm, It says, wish. Wish. Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. Interesting. Interesting. All right, then. Beyond Lemuria. What card above all others, please? Spirit. In our highest good, what guidance do we need as the person watching the reading? What is the highest good guidance for us to receive with this message? Endless opportunities. 23 might be significant for you. Lots of butterflies there, huh? I just heard the song by Coldplay. Trouble? I never meant to cause you trouble. I never meant to do you wrong. Oh, and if I ever caused you trouble, oh, no, I never meant to do you harm. Let's see. You might want to listen to that song. Endless opportunities, decision-making, choice, crossroads, unrealized opportunities, taking the path of least resistance, heart over mind, direction, focused energy, the high road or the low road. Decisions, options, and opportunities. It's wonderful that we have the freedom to choose. But times of indecision can be so hard and almost suffocating. The more we use our minds to battle the pros and cons, the more we move out of our hearts. The more we use our minds to battle the pros and cons, the more we move out of our hearts. Often the best way forward is to step back and do what it takes to get out of your head and into your body so your gut feeling can guide the way. That's that Neptune Capricorn energy, right? When making a choice, you may consider anything that doesn't feel like a total yes as a total no. Perhaps none of the apparent options are right, or any choice could be the right one if you wholeheartedly pick a direction and give it your best shot. When faced with a decision, check where your integrity lies. Peel back the layers to see where you are making your choices from. Are you choosing from fear-based survival or place of love? A choice founded in love can make you feel light, excited, passionate, and give you butterflies. It might be a little scary, but in a good way. It might not make sense to your mind. It may seem out of your comfort zone or undermine your logic. The low road can look like the safest, easiest path. It may avoid or lessen immediate pain and confrontation, but it will be long, winding, and exhausting. The high road might look perturbing, but it will cut through old stories and lead directly to the heart for growth and transformation. When you choose to step forward boldly, it takes courage, but you will discover a place of trust. Rather than staying small, hiding, or running away, you will expand and open yourself to growth. This is where the magic happens. Magic. This is where the magic happens, and synchronicities you could never have imagined land in your lap. But first, you have to step into the unknown and let your heart guide you. What if everything you wanted was right there in front of you? Make the important decision to let go of outdated limitations. What could be the worst that happens? Reach for what you want and know that it is closer than you realize. The universe wants to give you what you want. It's all there. So reach out wholeheartedly and choose it. While you sit on the fence, your experiences are diluted and confusing. We live in a time of choices. Sometimes reason and limitation direct our choices. And we feel unfulfilled as a result. Choose life from a place of heart, compassion, and integrity. You can't go wrong. If you're sitting there, because this is for the person watching, right? If you're sitting there wanting somebody so bad, wanting it so bad, you've got all these pros, cons of reaching out to the point that you are sitting on the fence, not doing anything. You're going to feel deluded and confused. This right here, these cards are telling you very clearly that there is a window to heal something. If you are in the midst of losing everything, if you're up against that wall, what do you really have to lose then? If the universe is already ripping away everything that is out of your highest good alignment to make room for what is, what do you have to lose then? Listening to your soul and doing as you're guided in soul, what you really want. That's where the magic is. That becomes your legacy. That becomes what you're remembered for. 8th house. If you've got a unicorn, go after it. What have you got to lose? The karma was balanced, was it not? The karma was balanced. Whatever the first person went through and felt because of your shadows, you went through and felt because of your shadows. It's fair. The universe is fair. The karmic debt, it's paid. Now you can have a fresh slate and start over. You can heal if you want to heal. You can move forward if you want to move forward. We got the Wheel of Fortune twice. You can literally change your fate. You can literally change your fate. Signs here. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, Cancer, Aquarius, and the fixed signs. So Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus again, and Leo, especially because we also have the Sun card out. All right, those are the signs. I don't think I missed any. Major Jupiter, Chiron, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, okay, are the planets. So crazy energy, right? My love and support goes to whoever needs this. It's why I'm present, right? It's why the universe guides me like it does to go present for whoever needs it in divine time when they catch it, because sometimes we just need that confirmation. Sometimes it just takes a couple pineapple charms and an hour and 25 minutes of your time, and you're like, fuck, you know, spirit literally just called me out. I got to do it. Like, I'd be fucking stupid not to, you know, like, figure it out. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. You're most welcome. I appreciate all you guys for popping in and being present and tuning in yourselves. Thank you to everyone. All right. I love y'all. Yeah. I'm technically, I'm not in a position to reach out either. I've done it. I've done it, and it's not my turn. It's not my turn. Literally. I don't feel guided to that at all. But yeah. I was technically the last person to reach out. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. It is what it is. The journey is the journey, right? Mm-hmm. You as well. See you guys. Until next time.